From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Savannah Guthrie. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
This morning on Start Today Live to 100 Extreme Downsizing RV Edition, could you sell nearly all of your possessions, buy an RV, and work seasonal jobs while traveling full-time? It's known as work camping, and it's growing in popularity among people like Doug and Lisa Castang.
Work camping was set up for people who travel around in their RV, motorhome, travel trailer, pop-up camper, and are willing to work seasonal jobs.
And the employer provides a living space for you to park your rig. We wanted to retire early, and we needed to supplement our income. And work camping really fit our needs quite nicely because we can travel, we can go wherever we want, and we can look for those seasonal, temporary jobs that are out there by the hordes, really. We spent the summer in Idaho, Redfish Lake area, beautiful scenery.
Don't tell everybody or they'll come.
Okay, right. Forget you heard that. From there, we went to Sedona, Arizona, and we worked at Red Rock State Park for 2.5 months. Mm-hmm. We're now working the spring training jobs. It's a good opportunity for us to keep our minds busy, contribute to society, but still fill that financial hole that we need until we're retirement age and can tap our retirement income.
And we get the opportunity to only pick the fun jobs that we want to do.
That's right.
If it doesn't sound fun, we're just not going to do it at this point in our life because we can. We wake up every day and pinch ourselves.
Who knows where we're going to go from here? Sky's the limit, and we'll determine that when we wake up that day.
All right, for more on work campers and how to downsize like one, we're going to say good morning to Today Financial Editor Jean Chatzky. Jean, good morning.
Good morning.
That's from the category of not for everyone.
No.
Okay, but who tends to do well with something like that?
People who want a real change and have a serious sense of adventure. I mean, the nice thing about being a work camper is you go from place to place to place in the country. You get rid of almost everything you own. And it lit up for me when I read that some of these work campers are working at spring training. I thought, oh, my husband might do that.
Sometimes they simply work for a wage, or they work just so they can hook up their RV for free at a campsite.
Right. Some of these jobs are minimum wage. You need to know that.
Whether you are downsizing because you want to do what this family did or because the kids have moved out and you want to save a little money, going about selling off a lot of your possessions, especially if you're in your 50s, isn't easy. Where do you start?
Okay, let's start with a vision. You need to understand where you're going. Try to imagine yourself in that next place and ask yourself, when it comes to everything in your home, where will I put it? You want to shop in your own home. If you don't answer the question with, would I buy this again, then it goes. Duplicates, things like multiple sets of dishes, multiple sets of pots and pans, they can go. Books, a lot of people take those things very personally, but if you're not going to read it again or have a child or grandchild read it, it goes. And we have the ability these days to digitize our memories, take pictures of things, and bring the pictures with you instead of the things.
All right, so you've asked yourself a lot of important questions. You like these things called the 4 piles. How do you separate things?
Okay, we're either going to sell, donate, trash it, or keep it. When you're looking to sell items, there are a lot of different ways these days on the internet to get rid of things like apps, like OfferUp, and 5 Miles, where you can get rid of big pieces of furniture.
How do you know what anything's worth?
You know by looking on a site like eBay to see what it recently sold for. You can track those prices. And if you're at a loss, start at 50 to 70% of what you originally off what you originally paid for it.
Okay.
When you're donating, sites like Goodwill, Salvation Army, It's deductible, have guides of the value of items based on their condition, but you've got to get a receipt from the charity that you give it to for anything worth over $250.
Some things you got to take a deep breath and just throw away.
Right, but if it's an electronic, make sure you do it really carefully, wipe it clean, and if you have more things than you can take with you, it's okay to get a storage unit, but only for 6 months to a year. Then you got to go back in, otherwise you can be in the trap of paying for storage forever.
All right, so you've done these things. You've got to have a couple of other little things to remember. Give yourself time to downsize. It does take time.
It takes time. You want to go room by room by room. And transaction costs, this is really important. A lot of people don't think about the fact that moving actually has a cost. There's a cost to listing your house, to selling your house, to actually moving, to storing the items. Factor that into your budget.
All right, Jean. Thanks. Appreciate it. Nice job. You can get all of her tips at today.com/starttoday.